So I'm here today because I have the privilege of making a few distinctions along the way around business. And my chance to be with you today comes about because early in my life, I was obsessed.
He's coached presidents, inspired millions, and made more money shouting on stage than most people make in a lifetime. Tony Robbins is a walking motivational meme and the undisputed king of the self-help world. But here's the question nobody can agree on. Is he a genius or a glorified snake oil salesman? Today, we're breaking down his rise, his empire, the scandals, and the science behind the hype to answer one question. Is Tony Robbins a transformational guru or just a high-energy con artist? Drop a comment. Have you ever read one of his books? Watched a seminar clip? Thought about walking on fire? Let's dive in. Before the private jets and million-dollar seminars, Tony Robbins was just a broke kid with a dream and a janitor's uniform. He grew up in a turbulent home, left at 17, and found work cleaning bathrooms. But everything changed when he discovered the world of personal development, especially his mentor Jim Rohn. By his mid-20s, Robbins was selling his own brand of self-help through infomercials. Yes, those late-night VHS tapes your uncle still has somewhere in the attic. His first big hit? Unlimited Power, a blend of NLP, positive thinking, and cold showers that promise to rewire your brain for success. From there, he went full throttle. Books, seminars, celebrity coaching, and a whole new identity, not just as a motivational speaker, but as a life strategist. Let's talk about the empire, because Robbins didn't just build a brand, he built a machine. His business model includes unleash the power within, multi-day mega events with firewalking, dance breaks, and emotional breakthroughs. Date with Destiny, a $5,000 plus intensive that inspired the Netflix doc, I Am Not Your Guru. High-ticket coaching programs, book royalties, podcast appearances. Ownership stakes in over 100 private companies, including sports teams, health startups, and a hotel in Fiji. In short, Tony doesn't just sell hope. He sells high-converting belief systems with massive upsells. And it works. Robbins has a reported net worth of over $600 million. So what makes his events so powerful or polarizing? It's the energy, the music, the screaming, the hugs, the firewalk. Robbins' events are theatrical, intense, and often described as part rave, part revival, part TED Talk on steroids. You're not just sitting in a seat. You're jumping, clapping, journaling, hugging strangers, and rewriting your identity in real time. He uses neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, hypnosis techniques, and peak state conditioning to trigger deep emotional release. People dance. People cry. People scream out childhood trauma like they're exorcising demons with top 40 background music. Each session is carefully choreographed to create emotional spikes followed by group breakthroughs. You might spend 15 minutes visualizing your biggest fear, only to be yanked into a conga line with 5,000 strangers under blue strobe lights. To some, it's church for entrepreneurs. To others, it's just high-priced placebo. The atmosphere can feel euphoric or cult-like, depending on what you bring in with you. But here's the kicker, it works for a lot of people. Robbins is a master of creating momentum, even if he doesn't always provide the follow-through. That burst of adrenaline can lead to real changes, but maintaining it when you're back home in your sweatpants? That's another story. Of course, you can't build an empire this big without backlash. In 2019, BuzzFeed News dropped a bombshell report accusing Robbins of exposing himself to female staff, berating abuse survivors during live events, encouraging attendees to ignore medical advice. Robbins denied everything and filed a defamation lawsuit, which was later dropped. But the damage was done. Other critics have called his events cult-like. Some former employees say his inner circle enforces total loyalty. And let's not forget, some attendees have been injured during firewalks. So the big question is, when does motivation cross into manipulation? So why does it work so well for some and fall flat for others? Robbins taps into core human desires, certainty, power, love, contribution. He teaches frameworks like the 6 human needs and the pyramid of mastery. If you're already motivated and need a push, his seminars can feel like rocket fuel. But if you're looking for therapy or a proven financial strategy, you might leave hyped but empty-handed. His strength is momentum, not maintenance. So, is Tony Robbins a guru or a con artist? He's definitely not a scammer in the traditional sense. He delivers exactly what he promises: hype, belief breakthroughs. But he's not a licensed therapist. He's not your financial advisor. He's a master salesman who built an empire on transformation and upsells. So, if you go in thinking he'll change your life, you might be disappointed. But if you go in ready to do the work with a little firewalking energy boost, he might just light a fire under your seat. So, what do you think? Is Tony Robbins your go-to guru, or just a really good performer? Drop your take in the comments. Smash that like button if you've ever yelled, "Yes," at your laptop. And don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns of the people, power, and psychology shaping your money mindset.